Chapter 4, Case Study 3. Here, we given a press with vertical portion of the press shown consists of a rectangular tube of wall thickness T equal to 10 mm. Knowing that the press has been tightened on the wooden planks being glued together until P equal to 20 kilonewton. Determine the stress at A, point A, B, point B. In this question, we asked to find stress at point A and point B, which is located in the corner of the cross-section. The cross-section is a hollow rectangular beam. How to find force at that location? Let's analyze first the effect of force on this beam. We know the force is acting at the edge of the structure as shown in the picture. Because the line of action of load does not pass through the centroid, this loading is called eccentric loading. When there is eccentric loading acting on a structure, it will creating two types of stress, which is stress because of axial loading and stress because of bending. If we see at any particular location, we have effect of axial loading on the beam like this, which is uniformly distributed stress, and effect of bending on the beam is like this, and creating a linearly distributed stress like this. The stress distribution due to the original eccentric loading or total stress can be obtained by superposing the uniform stress distribution because of axial loading and the linear distribution stress because of bending. In short, we calculate the normal stress and bending stress, then we sum it to calculate the total stress. The stress because of axial loading could be calculated using formula F over by A, where F is force and A is area of cross-section. We know that because of the force P and P prime, the beam of clamper is in bending with this direction. Because the beam is in bending in this direction, this makes this side where point A is located is in tension, and other side where point B is located is in compression. Then we could find stress using bending stress formula. If the stress is negative, it is in compression, while if it is positive, it's in tension. We need moment of inertia for bending, and the formula for moment inertia is 1 over 12 times B times H cubed. Then the strategy for solving this problem First, we already know the formula for stress. Then we still need the force, which is internal force, and we need moment. So first, we calculate the internal force, also the moment at AA. Then we calculate the area. Then we calculate the moment of inertia using this formula. Then C could be known from the picture later. Then after we know all of that, then we could calculate the stresses. For calculate the internal force and the bending moment, first we must draw the free body diagram. Assuming the beam is symmetrical, so the effect of force is same in both of sides and it is in equilibrium. Then we could cut the beam in half to see the internal forces acting on it. Let's take the bottom portion of the beam because we assume it is in equilibrium. So when there is force P prime acting downward, there will be a force acting on the opposite direction of P prime. We call it F. Next, since there is a distance between force P prime with the centroid C, it creates a moment in this direction. So because it's in equilibrium, there must be a moment acting on the opposite direction. We call it M. Then we could calculate F and M using Fy equal to 0 and M at C is equal to 0. From here, we also know the C, which is distance between neutral axis, which in this case located in centroid, to the outer surface. And from the picture, the distance is 40 millimeter. Next, we will calculate the cross-section area of the beam. Remember that the cross-section area is located when we cut the beam and see it from above. Then we could see this shape. This is the area that we need to calculate. We given that the shape of cross-section is a hollow rectangular beam with the thickness is 10 millimeter. Therefore, we could find the inside dimension of this rectangular section, which is 60 millimeter and 40 millimeter. Then we could find the area, which is area of large rectangle minus area of small rectangle. Next, we will find the moment inertia of beam using formula 1/12 BH cubed. Then, which is base B and which is height H from the cross section. If we remember the whole structure, it is bent in this direction. If we rotate it, we could see now it bends similar like a general beam. Therefore, now the cross section look like this. And from what we know, in the general beam, the base is this and the height is this. Or in simple way, base is always perpendicular with the direction of bending, and the height is always parallel with the direction of bending. Finally, we could calculate the moment of inertia. We already know the internal force F, moment M, C, area, and moment inertia. Then we could calculate the stress, which is summation between normal stress because of axial loading and bending stress because of moment. Remember, point A is in tension. Therefore, the bending stress is positive, while point B is in compression. Therefore, the bending stress is negative. For the normal stress is stay positive because it is in tension. Then substitute the known value to the formula and we get the final answer.